Hello everyone, thank you for coming today. This is going to be our initial board meeting for Team AwesomeSauce. Today, our agenda for the meeting is going to be to discuss our mission statement, to go over our SWOT analysis. We're going to look at how marketing, production, and finance is doing, and then we'll have some closing remarks. The mission statement for our company is our innovation and product development will necessitate focus to create customer satisfaction. This will ensure a lifetime of loyalty. So our company needs to look at how we're going to stay ahead of the competition. So our company needs to have the mindset of expansion. There's no better time to expand than now, since we're kind of in a limited time frame. So during expansion, we need to build new facilities to expand production possibilities. We need to develop new products to release. This will help us broaden our customer range. We really need to expand our market presence so that we can be more well known. We need to discuss these expansions early on so that we can really get the benefits of them. It's going to take years for some of the changes to take effect just because of how big they are and all the work that's going to go into them. So, like I said, the more time we have, the better. More customers can be reached if we have these accommodations, and as we expand, hopefully we can be ahead of the competitors. A SWOT analysis for our company. We have some really good, strong employees that understand the concepts. All of our vehicles have high ISSQ scores, so that's really going to be beneficial for us because they're going to appeal to the customers. All of our vehicles are extremely innovative, and we have competitive pricing with the competitors. Some weaknesses that our company has noticed that we need to work on is that obviously we're a new company just getting into the market. So as we get experience, obviously we're going to be better. We won't be a new company anymore. Our name will be out there. Right now we kind of have a limited product lineup. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, we're trying to expand, so that will help us out with our limited product lineup. And lack of presence in the market is a weakness right now. Moving on to opportunities that we can build upon these weaknesses is the ability to learn and use new technologies, new product launch to expand our lineup and get in with dealerships and dealerships so that we can get our product out there, get our name known. Some threats we have are obviously the other competition in the market. Since we're all kind of getting into the market at the same time, we really have to fight for customers. And if our products are the best, then we can win against the competition. Taxes and tariffs obviously are going to be a threat to any business. And then, as I mentioned, since we're all coming into the market at the same time, there can be reduced customer buying power. And since we're a new company, we kind of have a lack of financing. Going forward into our company, we're going to have to focus on our safety, quality, and performance. Obviously, when someone's buying a vehicle, these are really important attributes to look for. Our company's kind of targeting high-end market, so we need to focus on style and performance, as well as safety and quality, as mentioned before. We're going to listen to our customer feedback. This is going to help us to improve our products and make them better, make them more like the customer's going to want them if we fix what they aren't liking. So if we focus on all these points, they're going to really play a role in how we can become more well-known, and we'll get better customer distribution and be out there in the market. So moving on to marketing, we have Cindy to give us some information.
Thank you. My name is Cynthia Klein. I am the Vice President of Marketing. We've decided to put our corporate marketing money towards 3 ad themes: safety, quality, and performance. These are themes that embody the vehicles that are currently in our lineup, and they will also appeal to the customer segments that we are going to be targeting. Our 3 customer segments are families, singles, and high income. Families are looking for safety and quality. Singles are interested in performance, and the high income segment is looking for performance and quality. So it ties back nicely back to the money that we're spending on our corporate marketing. We currently have 3 cars in our lineup. We have the economy, the family car, and a truck. The economy car will be discontinued after this current year, so we're using a very small amount of advertising money to help sell out the last of our inventory. Our family car is our best seller, and we will be putting the most of our advertising money, both advertising and promo money, towards making sure that that stays a #1 seller in the market. For distribution, we want to be a national company, not a regional company. So we've looked at the regions where our distribution was smallest and weakest. In the South and in the West, we will be adding more dealerships so that we have better market penetration in those areas, and we are able to compete with our rivals. And as we expand our dealerships in those areas, we're also adding some extra corporate spending in those areas. There's no point in opening dealerships if no one knows that we're there. So you can see that we're putting some extra money into the South and the West. Next, we will be hearing from Bradley Rollins, and he's going to talk about production.
Hi, I'm Bradley Rollins. I'm the VP of Production. As Cindy had said, we have decided to stop production of our economy car, the Cameo, because it really wasn't a top seller. We do currently have 25,000 cars in inventory, but we're not going to produce any. With a previous sales of 298 million, those should go pretty quickly. We've also decided to reduce production of our family car, the KFAV, down to 565,000, not because of a decrease in demand, but to decrease plant capacity so we can avoid some of the overage charges. We've also decided to increase plant capacity by another 250,000 cars to accommodate the addition of our new product launch, which I'll talk about in a second. Our current projects that we have decided to upgrade our Crash, our truck model. We're increasing the horsepower and all of our ISSQs by 1, and those improvements should hit the market next year. We have also introduced the new sports car to the lineup, our Cheetah, which should be hitting in approximately 3 years. Now, we've done some concept testing on both the upgrades for the Crash and the new launch of the Cheetah. Our initial testing was not as high as we'd like, but we did make the changes to where our concepts failed. Mostly in our truck, we were a little too big, so we've decided to reduce the size of the truck. For the Cheetah, we've decided that the initial testing was too small, so we did increase the size to meet the demand. And we also have another vehicle that we're currently concept testing to be revealed at a later date. We have done some concept testing on it. It did not perform very well. We have made more changes, and we will have some more changes coming up to this concept in the future. That is all I have for production. Next, we will be hearing from Jessica Love, our finance VP.
Thank you, Bradley. Hi, my name is Jessica Love. I am the CFO of AwesomeSauce, and I'm going to talk about our financial statements. Now, right at the moment, the pro forma, which we're looking at, is the income statement, and pro forma looks at our decisions and forecasts to develop the estimate for the next year's results, which means what we have done this year is what's showing from the beginning. Right now, our sales have decreased by $1.5 million due to stopping the production of the Cameo to make room for our new vehicle, which is the Cheetah. And that was via the research and development. And that is going to definitely be a plus with our company. Decreasing our overall overage in inventory made our cost of goods sold decrease by $3 million. And that was because we stopped the production of the Cameo, and we also lowered the production of the other two vehicles, which are the Crash and the family vehicle. R&D increased due to the upgrades and creating new vehicles, which is the Cheetah that Bradley had spoke about, and also upgrading the family vehicle. Upgrading the Crash. Now, the extraordinary items here are from the write-off of the current Crash for the minor upgrades that I just spoke about. Unfortunately, we did lose a little bit of money there, but we're going to go ahead and gain it with the upgrades that we're getting from that in the sales. Now, the overall losses will be an asset because of the research and development that Bradley did, which is creating more opportunities for the sale of the quality and safe vehicles for our customers that we're looking forward to selling to. Next up, we have our balance sheet. Now, with the balance sheet, from the beginning of our company, the cash increased from $8 million to $2 billion due to the sales looking forward for the first year. And that includes all the sales of the Calf Lab, the Cameo, and the Crash. Receivables increased by $300,000, which is a very big plus. Now, the accounts payable decreased and the retained earnings increased, which makes our total assets increase by $700,000. So even though we're showing a net loss for the first year, our assets are actually up, which is definitely a plus whenever you're looking at a company. Because in the first year, usually companies do have a loss, but we can make that up with research and development and also marketing and expansion. Next up, we're looking at the cash flow. Now, with the cash flow, the increase in costs were our payables, which increased by $18 million. Our capacity increased by $1.775 billion, and plant retooling of $158 million. But this is all because we are looking forward to the future. We're introducing a new vehicle. We're upgrading our Calf Lab, our family vehicle. And those are all going to be pluses for our company because they're going to bring in a lot of money. Now, the increase in cash flow, our inventory of $553 million and receivables of $736 million, those all increased. And that is also due to the sale of our vehicles, which goes along with our distribution centers and the changes in them. The decrease in the cash flow was our net income of $1.1 billion and the total net cash of $143 million. Now, these might seem like large numbers, but in the end, it's because we were changing items. We have done the investigations into the research and development for the new vehicles. We have went ahead and upped our distribution. We have upped our plant capacity. And all of this is going to give us more access to more vehicles in the future, which will once again increase our bottom line. The changes are drastic, but most companies, like I said, start out with a loss due to expanding and creating more products or new products. But with the cash flow in the next term, there will be a positive change in the net cash flow. Even though it does not show it right now, we are definitely positive with what is going to happen in the future. Now, the overall financial impact of what's been going on, once again, we have the increase in cash assets and receivables, which will bring in more money to keep up with the demand of expanding our company, including expanding, making the products and our distribution centers. The negative cash flow does impact our bottom line, and it may cause us to need an influx of money, which we will handle in the future as needed. But I do not see right now with the upcoming upgrade of our vehicle And then in 3 years, the new vehicle coming out, that is going to be an issue. And then we have the selling off of the Cameo and the change in production of our other vehicles increase the storage cost, which is a big plus because that was a big financial burden on us at the moment. So with doing it, we are going to save quite a bit of money. Mac, Kylie?
So with all that being said, I think our strategy moving forward is gonna maybe be changed a little bit. So we think our company has a pretty strong strategy in place. Some things that we could possibly improve upon in the upcoming weeks. We can maybe compare our statistics with the competition just to see if there's anything that we need to tweak. If a competitor is maybe ahead of us in a certain section, there's some things we could do to be more successful than them. With our new vehicle launch, we are going to see how sales do with that, see if there's any upgrades that need taken place. We're going to monitor and adjust dealership discounts accordingly. So we really need to look at how sales are with each dealership to see if they need kind of the incentive of having a different discount or if the discount that's in place now will work for them. We're going to increase marketing for our new vehicle launch. So once that is on the market, we're going to up our advertising, just get the name out there a little bit so that it has a better chance of selling and being successful. And we're going to analyze our sales to determine if there's a certain vehicle that we have a high focus on, see what everybody's liking, if anything needs adjustments, and if there's a vehicle that's really selling most compared to our other vehicles, we need to take that into consideration as well. Is there anything that anybody else has to say before we end our meeting?
No, I think you covered everything.
Thank you all for being here.